Who is joining me this morning? I got the coffee percolating. Percolating. Who's joining me this morning? Hey, Mr. Dunbar. I've been trying to connect with you. I called you on IG. I did. I know you're an hour ahead of me, so that might be the problem. But we got to coordinate. I'm having my coffee, about to get my day started. I have decided that I am going to sit this afternoon. I'm going to take myself to the movie to see Teal. And I'm preparing myself for it to be hard. And I'm preparing myself for it to be hard because, not just because of what has happened. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll email you then. and I'll walk you through a tutorial so we can actually have a conversation. Mr. Randolph didn't allow me to give out my number. You know. And I respect my man. So, but we will talk. Because I told Mr. Randolph about you. And then you called in and stuff like that. So yeah, me and Mr. Randolph want to talk. I want to help you. Good morning, We Unlock Nation. Yeah, I'm preparing myself for it to be a difficult thing for me to watch. But I want to watch it. I want to watch it because my mom shared some stories with me. And I'm going to share those stories again with you later after I see the movie about some situations that could have resulted in a very similar outcome, if not for her, but family members that she went to see in the South. So I want to see it. And also while I'm here, you know your auntie is the first to admit that she makes mistakes. She's the first to apologize. And some people say, well, you know, if you apologize for the same thing, how committed are you? I'm committed, but I fall short. I'm human. I'm committed. Oh, no problem at all, Mr. Dunbar. You know, we good. But, you know, see, listen, but Mr. Randolph is doing what you gonna do one day for your wife. What you gonna do for your wife, because again, you know, we wives, sometimes we just want to help everybody. We just want to help everybody, especially as old school ones. You know, and that's the beauty of a husband. Because sometimes he'll protect you from your own self. And that's facts. So sometimes he'll protect you from your own self. You understand me? So no problem at all. So you said Dr. Umar Johnson said it was a good movie. And I believe it is. And some people say, well, I'm tired of seeing these types of movies. Well, okay, don't see it. But I will contend that maybe because we don't see these kinds of movies, particularly the other generation, they don't have an appreciation for the sacrifice. And what I mean sacrifice, I don't mean to excuse things. I don't. Please like the video on the way in. I'm talking about an understanding and an appreciation for the liberties and freedoms that we have to be able to say and do the things that we do. And when we can make the most of those opportunities because somebody paid for them. That's what I'm talking about. So I want to see it. Because, see, me and my household, my family, I buy books. And I'm sharing stories about things with my grandkids. Because I want them to understand. I want them to understand that when they see Gigi and Paw Paw, We got where we are now, not because it was easy, but because we worked hard and we fought and pushed through some things even when we didn't feel like. We pushed through some things when we were ridiculed. We pushed through some things uh, uh, when the odds were against us. And that's why you see the fruits of the labor now. And when you see the fruits of the labor, that means that we did it without flaws, because we didn't. So I want to see movies like that to help. And that's another reason that I continue. And I'm encouraging y'all to do this too. If you got elders, aunts, uncles, moms, dads, talk to them. Find out what it was like for them. Because I should share with y'all yesterday, when I was 35, I found out what my mother thought of herself growing up as to her being smart but not thinking she was pretty. Well, again, a lot of that is framed on, based on what I said, like my grandfather loved her, but there was no hugging and a kissing because they had to survive. And they did what they thought they needed to do to provide for their families. So that's how we move it forward. But I want, so like I was saying, I'm on a tangent. Lord forgive me. Your auntie is I'm transparent and vulnerable. And should I take my 11-year-old? You know what? I tell you what, after I see it, I will let you know. Now, what I've heard about the movie is not a lot of violence and stuff like that, so you won't see that. But after I see it, I will let you know. But if you do take your 11 and 8-year-old, I would submit make it a family trip and have some conversations after and ask them what questions they have, because it's real. But after I see it, I'll let you know. I'll come back and let you know. But as I was saying, ain't no sugar in here? Hold on a minute. I need some sugar. Hold on a minute. I make mistakes. And one thing about me, I'm a mama bear. I am. I'm fiercely loyal. I'm dangerously protective of those whom I care about. Dangerously, I say. So why, TJ, why are you sharing this with us? Because last night I went in hot again to Jessica X. Courtney, I told Courtney, but we don't listen to each other, even though and then we say, you right. I told her not to call in. She did anyway. So I went up to help her. Well, not help her, not help her. She didn't need help. I went up to support because I felt like she was being, ambushed, if you will. So I came in hot. I don't apologize for it. I apologize for being rude on somebody else's platform. Now that I do apologize for. And I don't even think I was rude. I think I was assertive. But you want to respect somebody else's platform. But I am a mama bear. I'm a mama bear to my nieces, Lucky Marie, Courtney Michelle. I'm a mama bear to my child. You already know that. Even though she's about to be 30, she minds. I'm a mama bear to my nephews. Shout out to Truth Never Favored. If I care about you, I care about you. You're mine. You're mine, I said. But temperance is a virtue. Temperance. So, I'm flawed. Flawed. I admit my flaws, though. I admit my flaws. And I always come from a place of caring. But I gotta get better. That I can admit. that I can admit. I got to get better, and I'm working on it. I never said I was completely there. I mean, because she's still in there, and she can get with you. But you got to, I got to, I got to be better. I will take account of that. I will take account of that. But I'm fiercely loyal and I'm fiercely protective of those whom I care about, especially when I know their hearts. And see, one thing about these YouTube spaces, and shout out to Lucky Marie, she was saying this, I think last night on an interview she did, that this is a social media platform, but it's what? Social, and friendships and relationships are formed on these sites, and then a lot of times they are cultivated and nurtured away from these sites. And that's what I've done with these young ladies. That's what I've done with my adopted nephew, Truth. People have a problem with him sometimes I do too. But I tell them, like I do my own biological nephews. But I'm protective of my nephews too. My biological ones, as well as my internet, YouTube nephews, social media nephews, however I came to come in, you became a part of my fold. I'm a mama bear. I'm a mama bear. My biological nephews was, man, they'll tell you, auntie, she go hard. I do. Y'all know about my firstborn nephew. He's the firstborn of the generation of grandchildren, and named after my grandfather. So I've acted many a fool over him, and he wasn't even born of me. But I be damned. I'm protective of minds, whether by blood or otherwise. But I gotta get it. I gotta be right. I gotta be an example. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. That's all I got on that. But Duke, what I will say to you this though, I was watching some stuff lately. There's been a lot of stuff to watch, obviously, and I've come to the conclusion. What do you have when you what is left when there are no life experiences, no wisdom gained from the experiences, no live accounts to tell? What is left? Talking points. That's what's left. I am a living testimony. When you have nothing else, when there is no life experience, when there is no redemption story, when there is no how I got over, when there is no fruit, meaning the fruit of my loins to show improvement, what is left? You have talking points. And talking points, there's a place for them, because just because they're talking points don't mean there's not some truth to them. But can we get some application also? Can we get some the work shown? Can we get some of that? Can we get some of that? And I'm trying to think, I think what I'm doing, I see some things, some different clips and stuff like that. And I want to, I think I want to continue to talk about the things that I've learned, because I think that is helpful. Because you can't get to 55 unscathed. You can't get to 50. And back to Mr. Dunbar, we're not gonna speak a long time from now. We're not gonna speak that in existence. We're gonna speak She out there, and I'm going to encounter her soon into existence. But we need to have a chat. We need to have a chat because you heard Mr. I don't know what you look like. I don't know anything about you, but Mr. Randolph said that he had, he was looking for integrity. He was looking for all, but he also was looking for somebody that he was attracted to. He also had a weight limit. Well, the same goes for us, women's. So each of us wants to present our best self to be considered. To be considered. We want that. Both of us. And it is reasonable for us to have it. The question was asked last night on Jessica X. The question was raised to Courtney about, and again I'm paraphrasing, I can't remember exactly, but what can she do or what is she doing to try to convince men to stay? So I went in and I said, even though the question was addressed to her, I kind of piggybacked off of it. And I said, I think if the question was asked to me, I would say I'm not trying to convince men to stay. It's not my job to convince them why they should. It is my job to teach younger women, those who are younger than me, as to what we should be doing to be good women for our respective men. That is what I think. And again, going back to you will know them by their fruit. So if I am doing that, and young women, I say young, anybody younger than me, they're doing some introspection and they're being a little bit more jovial, being a little bit more approachable, then the men will see that. The men that are meant for them to see it. So I think that is my job as the aunt, as your middle-aged married auntie. Because I could spend all day long talking, trying to convince some men, and it ain't. Hold on, let me see. Let me go to my computer because that's little. Let me see. I want to see what you said, Mr. Dunbar. So I'm going to my computer here. I want to see what you said. Okay, so I lost everything. It will take me some years to get back on my feet. I'm 57. No, I'm 5'7". Brown skin, hazel eyes. I'm not. Listen. When you say everything, if you're talking monetarily, I understand that that's important to you as a man. But a woman, and again, this is where I talk to women. This is where I talk to women. Because when we're talking everything, are we only talking monetarily? Because we can have everything and lose it like that. We can. So the key is, in my opinion, getting with a woman who understands the man. Y'all heard me talk about, Mr. Randolph say, he had been with this company for almost 2 decades, thought he would retire from them. Somebody, let me delete this. I don't know my hot photo here. I don't know what that is, but we're not playing those games today. But are you kind? Are you caring? Are you nurturing? Are you a protector? And again, a protector from to be able to protect a woman from her own self sometimes. Because money can't buy that. Mr. Randolph has talked me off the ledge many times because I go in hot. But because he knows how to, make me not be hot. I mean, he knows how to, calm me down. And that's a protector too. He helped because he is rational. I am emotional. He can help me see some things that I'm like, okay, well, yeah. Because when he's talking, I'm quiet. I'm listening. So that is where I help women. I try to. Good morning, Great Pill Podcast. That is where I try to help women because, again, we could all lose. I mean, we could lose it in a minute. But, you say you've lost everything, but do you still have the drive? Are you still grinding? Are you still, holding down the job? Are you still pursuing the job? I mean, that's, Mr. Randolph, the other day, we were talking about something. And he says, I guess we were recapping our conversation, the live that we did. And he said, because of the woman that I am to him, it makes him want to give me anything I want. And I said, I don't need nothing. I said, and I have just about every one. The only one I don't have is that pool. But you working on it. And I'm not rich. I'm not, we fine. We all right. But I'm content just being with my baby. I'm content making a house a home for him when he comes home. So my thing to you, Mr. Dunbar, are you a hardworking man? Are you a good-hearted man? And if you are those things, my job is to help women understand and see men like that. And here's another thing. I'm glad you mentioned that. People in these spaces are talking about getting together and all this kind of stuff. And that is important. But what happens when you do? What happens when you find that woman, when you find that man to marry and you get married? Life happens. You heard my sorors a couple of Wednesdays ago talking about a couple of them married over 20 years. Health issues. Health issues. That's when you stand in there. Sickness and health. Richer or poorer. That's where you stand in the gap. I've seen it from my friends. I've seen it from my male friends where their wives were ill. I've seen it from my female friends when their husbands were ill. I've seen it from my friends when their parents were ill, coming together. I've seen it when my friends have their children that are ill. That's the realness. And are you there for are you in it to win it? It's one thing to get together, but can you stay together? Can you stay together? I'm going to break it down. Is she going to be there to wipe your ass? Is he going to be there to wipe your ass? When it ain't cute no more. Is he going to be there to when you heard Mr. Randolph say, it worked out. He was, upset and flustered about, what happened with the company, but God worked it out anyway because he needed to be there because I was having surgery. That's what we want. You know, fit, feminine, friendly, all that kind of stuff. Got it. Hello, check, got it. But what else you got? Mr. Randolph, you know, he didn't tell you, but I was going on Facebook and I saw where he had posted when he got COVID. And because he's the manly man, I had to make him sit his ass down somewhere. And I was Florence Nightingale, praying over my man because I was afraid because COVID is real, especially because he got it during the first round. Good morning, Courtney Michelle. He got it during the first round. I was scared, but I was right there with him. See, we in these spaces, we talk about the getting together, and that's, you know, but what happens after? You will know them by their fruit. And just because a person, see, here's the thing. I got to go ahead and grow y'all real quick. Shout out to Courtney Michelle. Yeah, Courtney, I was telling her how I came in hot. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But I said, like, if, you know, if my nieces, nephews, biological, otherwise, my children, I'm a mama bear. I'm a mama bear. I forgot I was going to say just that quick. Damn it. 55 is real. Lord have mercy. I'm a mama bear. Damn it. Damn it to hell. What was I going to say this morning? Hey, Nephew Bolo. Man, I forgot that quick. I hate when that happens. Shucks. I'm sitting here trying to think about what I was going to say. Anywho. But, yeah, what happens after? That's when the realness hits. You were talking about after they're together. Yeah, then what you gonna do? You know? It ain't gonna be pretty. It's not gonna always be pretty. I didn't know that then. So that's why I'm trying to help y'all now. And Mr. Dunbar, what I'm trying to do, and it is my mission to do, is to help women my age and under, and sometimes even older. You know, Kevin said women are gonna die alone. I'm paraphrasing. I submit to you, we all gonna die alone. We came into this world by ourselves, we leave it by ourselves. But what happens before that happens? Who is around us before we go? That's what I think it meant. Who gonna be standing and holding our hand when we go? Or we're gonna be surrounded by families that we've created? I think that's what it means, or meant. The same goes true for men. Because yeah, your money, you know, the legacy, you want to leave something for your legacy, but that's not all you have to offer. You want to leave the wisdom. You want to leave a foundation. You want to leave an example. So you don't want to die alone either. But I would submit you don't want to live alone. Women, we don't want to live alone. Some of y'all do. I never thought I wanted to live alone. That's for real. No, I never did. Now, I knew that there was a possibility it may be that, and I was going to have to reconcile that fact, but I never wanted it. No, I never wanted it. Nephew, you still hadn't came back what I was going to say, because I was about to grow you. It was about to be good, too. I might have to come back. But yeah, you know, shout out to Bolo, because he's been married over 20-something years, and I'm going to tell you, by his own testimony. Hit the like button. By his own testimony, the things that he has dealt with his own family. I think his son. Getting together is one thing, but what you gonna do after? Dude, hush. Yeah, I might have to come. I might have to come back to it. But what I said before, one of the things. Hey, Mandrell. One of the things that I had reviewing this past week or so, and I had to ask myself, what is left when you have no real life experiences, when you have no wisdom gained from those experiences that you can share with somebody else? What is left? I submit to you, what is left is talking point. And like I said, just because that's left, it don't mean it's not true. But that's what's left. What? Did I miss something? That's what's left. When you have nothing to offer but what somebody else said, and not necessarily how it applies to you, that's all you have for talking point. I think we need some more than that. Oh, I remember. Hallelujah, I remember. Last night in the chat, shout out to Jessica X, they were talking about, well, Courtney should do this and to show that, she needs to put her family together. And Kevin Samuel said that she needs to do this to show the community. Let me tell you something. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all want everybody to put every damn thing on the internet. Forget you. Who in the hell are you? Who the hell are you? That's the problem. You want everybody to put shit on the internet. Lord forgive me. You want everybody to put crap on the internet. And then when it don't go there, see, I knew it. You can't. Y'all, she ain't gotta do that. And then when she said, and then, they ask, well, where's her man? And then she say, I have a man. Well, then why are you up here advocating, saying that I'm single? You can't win for losing with these jackasses. Or you have, well, she married. What's she even talking about? Y'all some dummies. But yet, want to say, for those advocates of and fans of Kevin Samuels, he don't have to be married to say what's right. It don't matter if he's 2-time divorced. And it shouldn't. Because even though he's 2-time divorced, was a lot of stuff he was saying wrong? No. A lot of it was right. So y'all, and I'm speaking in general, if it don't apply, let it fly. Y'all just want something to complain about. Get your damn life. Get your dadgum life. Well, if she really want to be an example, why don't she get back with her baby daddy? What the heck? What does that have to do? You don't know what the relationship was like. But she was accountable for her part in it. It's not her point. It's not her place to speak on his responsibility in it. But y'all, because she was vulnerable, You want to pick that apart too. Get the hell out of here. And if I want to use myself as an example, I've tried to put my family back together and I wasn't ready at the time. But you heard my own daughter said that it wasn't good for her parents to be together. So again, what do you have when you have no real lived experiences? And you want to sit and judge somebody else? You have talking points. That's what you have. And at least with the things that I disagree with Kevin, at least he had life experience to show some things that he could help y'all with. Now y'all know I didn't buy hook, line, and sinker everything. But at least, and that is some of the things that he would have to grow these young women with when they would come in and try to tell me, like, you know, I'm old enough to be your father. You gonna tell me? You ain't lived long enough. At least he had life experiences. Some of y'all try to tell me, and men and women try to tell me, you ain't had no life experiences to tell me. Now, I don't mean that you don't have something to offer. I'm not saying that, because like I said, I've learned from young and old. Some of the lessons that I've learned, employed in my career and personal life were people who worked for me. But you expect people to respect Kevin, and he had a right for that, because he earned it. Kind of like, again, I'm loving the Woman King. I don't care what y'all think, but some of those lines were right on point. I'm a general. I earned it. Kevin was a general. He earned it, whether you agree with him or not. He was 53. I'm 55. But y'all want to sit up here and say, well, y'all ridiculous. It's easy to attack the person than to attack the truth. It shows the weakness in that person. I will agree. Mr. Dunbar says Courtney is getting hate because she is very popular. And when that happens, people will hate. As a people, we have to be, we've been taught to hate one another, and so sad. Absolutely. Too many of our people need therapy, hands down, for sure. Because when she does get married, instead of her, I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna play. I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna play. When she does get married, they're gonna say, well, she's married. Why is she on the YouTube? So because she's married, then she don't need to be teaching no more. Now, I will contend that's when she needs to continue teaching, because, again, showing the fruit of the labor, and to show this is what I did and this is my result now. But the keyboard killers, typing terrorists, got a whole bunch of saying, ain't saying not a damn thing. All right, that's enough. I gotta go. I just want to thank y'all for talking with me so I can have my coffee, but I got to get out and about. I got to get my day started. It says you can't show vision to... that's a good one. So I started the video with saying, yeah, I'm a mama bear. I come in hot. And I'm going to close with a story. Y'all know I love stories. And when you've lived these many years, you got stories to tell. Hey, Cool Channel. You got stories to tell. My daughter is 17. Her first real work. My daughter's worked since she was 14, like a mama, because I wanted to instill work ethic in her like I was instilled in me. I remember trying to teach her and the young managers, because they were like college kids. And they were doing some things that were not right. I said, yes, my daughter needs to be held accountable because she was a minor. And, I want, something's happening when your children are working, the parent is still responsible ultimately. So I took the opportunity to talk to these young leaders, these managers, because they're in college. And again, I've been a leader for a long time. I said, well, yeah, as a leader, as a manager, you have expectations, and my daughter should live up to those expectations, but you got to make sure that she understands what those expectations are. You can't hold someone accountable for something that they don't know about. So I use it as an opportunity, not only as a teaching opportunity for my daughter, but a teaching opportunity for these young leaders, because again, going into management and so forth. So I thought we had to understand it. So I'm in DC working. My daughter's in Virginia Beach working. All of a sudden I get this call. She's crying hysterically because this same female who I tried to grow and be a mentor, leadership mentor, commences to berate my daughter in front of customers and yell at her, and my daughter calls me hysterical. So as a mom, my mom said, don't call me crying. And I didn't understand at the time. But my daughter called me. I'm like, I'm like 30 minutes away. So I said, and I was upset. So I got off the phone and I left work. So I drove to the Chick-fil-A and I walked in. My daughter is behind the counter. I talked to the manager, the young manager. I said, I need to talk to you for a minute. And I need her to get from behind the counter. So I said, I thought we had a conversation wherein I explained X, Y, and Z. I said, but it is apparent that Kelly, for whatever reason, chooses to try to make an example of my daughter. I said, so let me tell you what we're going to do. She does not talk to my daughter at all. I said, because this right here, I was pointing to my daughter, she belongs to me. She belongs to me. I said, do you understand where I'm coming from? I said, so apparently, since she doesn't want to be a leader and wants to be personal, she doesn't talk to my daughter again. I'm a mama bear. And I said, and if for any reason, and I leave here and my daughter's fired, we're going to have a different conversation. Because that means it's retaliation. Do we understand each other? Yes, Miss Jones. So, now, understandably, Courtney, Lucky, my nephews, they're not my children. And they're all adults. But they belong to me. Meaning, I love them like they're my own. I'm a mama bear. Correct me later, I'll receive it. But I'm loyal and I'm protective of those whom I love. Sorry. I'm protective of those whom I love. I'm protective of my family, the family that's my blood family, the family that I've chosen, the family that's chosen me. I'm protective. Don't mean I sign off on if they're wrong, I let them know they're wrong, but I will not sit idly by and be a party to, or what I perceive to be an attacking on their character, their humanness, like I didn't stand idly by when it was being done to my daughter. I'm not gonna do it. So that's me. So if that's a flaw of mine, I accept that. It's a flaw of mine. It is a flaw of mine. But in a world where you don't know who people, in a world where you really don't know if people have your best interests at heart, I think I'm an example of a person who shows you I do. In a world and an environment where all people care about is likes, clicks, views, cash apps, I think I'm an example of a person who is clearly motivated or to support aside from those things. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, I gotta get going. I'm going to see Teal today. I'll give you a after action review. Yeah, it's about the mission. It's about the mission. It's about the mission. And the mission is comprised of people. Of people. What's wrong with people? There are people who have lives, families. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it all. So like I said, I'm going to see Teal today. I'm going to give you an after action review after what I think about the movie. And I may be hollering at you later today. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.